The Clone Trooper Grand Army of the Republic is sending 3 million soldiers into Omaha Beach. The defenders of the beach are 600,000 units of the battle droid army. We have B-1 battle droids stationary at the front lines. Further up at the bunkers, we have an AAT line along with B-2 super battle droids and more B-1s. They've additionally taken over some flak guns and are going to be using them as anti-tank weapons. And they've got reinforcements coming forward as well. Way back here, we have B-2 super battle droids as well as BX commando droids that are going to be coming in a little bit later in the battle to fight as well. Can the Separatists stop the clone advance, or will they all die trying and the Republic gets to take the beachhead? Be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy this video, guys. Let's try and get 1,000 likes maybe in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're working our way towards 600K, and comment down below what other scenarios you'd like to see. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, boys, let's go out of slow-mo here and check out as these clone trooper units begin to land on the battlefield. This should be a very interesting battle. There's a lot of Jedi with them as well. I know there probably aren't this many Jedi in the galaxy, but they make for good sort of invasion force units that can sort of deflect a lot of the incoming blows for the clones. And we have almost every clone trooper legion in this video. We've got the 212th, which we're mainly seeing over here. We've also got the 65th Coruscant Guard, the 501st. We've even got clone commandos out there, and there we go, ATTEs spawning outside of these LCVP Higgins boats. That's a pretty crazy sight to see. And there are all of those Jedi, clone troopers, commandos, and of course the ATTEs launching their invasion force. This will be a brutal battle, and looks like we've already got incoming shots. Those could either be from the flak guns or the AATs. I'm not entirely sure which, but it is popping a lot of these clones and Jedi, but not doing exactly enough damage to get any kills yet, because all of the Star Wars units in this game do have pretty good health. Oh, a couple of 212th troopers did end up dying right there. Now it seems like the 212th is in the vanguard. The shock troopers could be coming up next, or the 501st. I'm not entirely sure, but we're also seeing some commandos. Like, there's one there. They're a little bit slower than the rest of the units, it seems, but yeah, pretty sweet. Alright, here comes some of that B-1 battle droid fire coming in hot, and they're starting to get some kills on Jedi and more 212th troopers. Maybe they'll start getting some kills on those commandos as well, which is going to be crucial. But the output fire of the droids is fairly extreme right here, and they're not really taking much in terms of incoming fire as of yet. But that's bound to happen at some point here, baby. Oh, let's check out some of these AATs rounding off fire. This is so cool. Oh, it reminds me of that scene in The Phantom Menace when, you know, the Battle of Naboo is going on and the droid cannons just start opening fire on the shield. Oh, that was so cool. The thoom, thoom. The Foley artists for The Phantom Menace are so underappreciated. The sound effects in that movie are muy bene. Oh, they're so good. Either way, here come the Jedi. They are dying before they quite reach the droids, but they're getting pretty close. They do have deflect abilities. They don't have crazy health. They've got about 2,000 health, but they do have deflect with their lightsabers, which makes them kind of a force to be reckoned with here. So they will end up colliding with these guys. Remember, this is just the first round of B-1 battle droids, so there's a lot more pain to come from behind. Oh, and some of those reinforcement B-2s are actually arriving now on the battlefield, so they'll start firing out. But it looks like the B-2s over here are Not firing yet. Okay, maybe they have a very short range, but the B1s in the far back here are firing a little bit. Are these flak guns firing? Not entirely sure. They might be. The AATs are definitely firing, but I'm not sure if the flak guns are still too far away. And oh my god, some of these early B1 battle droid lines are just getting chopped through like butter. Look at these Jedi go, man. Oh my god, they are just slicing through these guys left and right. Wow, well, B1s are extraordinarily weak in terms of their armor, so it's not a huge surprise for me, dog, that these guys are going down. Now, I'm not seeing really any clones at the front lines, and I think that's because the output fire is killing the clones before they can really reach the front, and only the Jedi with their deflect abilities are able to reach the front as of right now, which kind of sucks for the clones. Here are some of the ATTEs, and they're going to be launching some shells into the defenders here, and they are taking some damage. I can see a few of them are bloodied, but they're all still alive, and that's something. That ain't nothing. Let's see, what legions are coming in? These are still 212. Let's zoom over this way. That's still 212. Yeah, I guess the 501st and the 65th are going to be later additions, unless they're like on the opposite side of the battlefield. I forget how long this beach is, dog. Oh, here's some of the 65th. Okay, so we got some 65th Coruscant shock troopers over this way. Still no sighting of the 501st. They might be coming along at the end of the map or something like that. I don't know what the order usually is. I think it's kind of randomized which units get to go first and last. But either way, it does seem like the Jedi are getting up on the far reaches very easily, but this is also where the weaker droid defenses are going to end up being, so it's a little bit easier for them to get in over this way. But they're fighting against a bunch of B2s over here, so more B2s should be coming in, and also some commandos should be. Yeah, there we go. Some commandos are coming in as well, so maybe the reinforcements will be able to shore up this part of the beachhead over this way. Shore up, a little pun there, an unintentional pun. More Jedi coming up this way, though, too. Oh, this entire valley is just filled to the brim with Jedi at this point. That's a bit of a yikes for the droids, that is for sure. That's going to be very, very difficult. But the middle ground is where we want to see the best defense, since that is the strongest positions. And I think the closer we do get to the middle, the stronger the defenses still really are, which is great. Although, over here we can see, finally, Clone Trooper output fire is starting to really come into effect here. Now, a lot of the droids are just sort of behind the hill here, so they're not really getting hit by that, which is good, but it's still going to play a factor. There's still a few flak guns left alive. I think a lot of the AATs have perished in the battle, but still plenty of reinforcements coming on in here, and the clones have to take the hilltops, which is going to be a very, very hard place to take, because the droids can just sort of chill up here and fire down as the Jedi and clones come up, and they can't really be fired at super easily. So that's why I think this is going to be the best opportunity for the droids to get a W here, is to hold this area. And we got those flak guns back over that way, a mix of B1s, B2s, and then should be some commandos back here too. Yep, there are some commandos, so a lot of different unit variety out here fighting at these hilltops as the clones and Jedi attempt to come in. Oh, we do have some AATs left alive over here. That's good to see. So these things are continuing to shell the beaches, which is awesome. Okay, that is quite good, actually. Oh, it looks like a Jedi tried to come attack these guys. It got completely demolished. Wowza. Oh, and even some B2s are retaking some ground over this way. Look at that. Look at these guys go in. That's not too shabby. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right, so some areas are definitely holding out a lot better than some other areas here, which is very interesting to see. Very interesting. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse these Jedi coming up over this way along with their clone forces, because I think you can really see the lightsabers coming up as well as sort of the droid output fire. This map is glitchy when it comes to counting kills, but it looks like the clones only have 1.8 million remaining, so that's pretty crazy. That's a substantial number dead. The droids have about 250,000 remaining. So that's still solid, but not quite what we want to see from the droids. They're definitely taking a beating here. So they gotta clinch down and really fight for this thing. Let's time-lapse it. Alright, well, that droid defense did capitulate pretty quick here, and in fact, a lot of the AATs are also getting their heads popped. This is not good. There are droids remaining, but their defenses are starting to crumble. 1.5 million clones remaining, 150,000 droids remaining. It seems like this might end up being an L for the droids. I mean, they held on really tight for a solid chunk of time there, but now it's getting rough. We do have a lot of commando droids left alive, though, and that does give me some hope because they are really good units. So maybe if the commando droids can really pick up the slack here, we might see a W for the droids, but it is going to be cutting it very close, and I'm not sure if they've got it in them. Also, these ATTs are still alive. I'm shocked these things made it all the way up. A couple have died, but like the fact that they managed to get up the hill is kind of insane. That was not what I was expecting to see at the end of this battle, so pretty cool. A mere 1 million clones and Jedi left alive, but only about 40,000 droids left, and I think they're all commandos. They're going to be a little bit tough to crack, but it seems like the Jedi and the clones are going to be very much so able to. The droids are trying to like sort of form some lines around here, and I'm not sure how well that's going to work for them, but we'll see. I think if the droids do lose this, which I think they are going to, let's go ahead and run it back and try and buff their defenses a little bit more. Alright, the Republic ends up winning with 976,000 troops left. Let's change that. Alright, boys, there are now 1 million droids on the battlefield, and as you can see, probably from a distance even here, the reason that is different is that we've added another 100,000 battle droids to the front, another 200,000 droids as reinforcements, 100,000 B2s and 100,000 commandos. We've added a few more B2s to the front lines here as well, and then finally we now have 1,000 AATs and 300 flak guns. So not only troop counts going up, but in addition to that, other counts going up too. As you can see here, this is actually the spawner that spawns the units, and they spawn back here. The problem is sometimes this gets jammed up, and so units die while they're being deployed, which is one of those sort of glitchy instances I was talking about. Wow, those ATTs got some distance to them, and they are already taking out B1s left and right. Holy smokes! Look at that. Those craters are having big impacts. I didn't realize how powerful some of those ATTs truly were. It's actually really impressive how many kills they just sort of got right there. That's nuts. But here's all those explosives from the AATs coming in now. That's a lot of them, and it seems like they are hitting some of these ATTs. So those AATs are going to be mighty more effective this time around, it seems, because, well, there's so many more of them. And those explosions do appear to be killing quite a number of Jedi on the battlefield, and hopefully they end up killing some of these ATTs, because these are definitely needing to be destroyed. These things are good. These things are very, very good. They're getting tossed around a little bit, but hot dang! And there we go. There's those B1s firing away as well at the incoming Republic troopers. Maybe in round 2 they'll be able to hold the beach a little bit better. Where the ATTs are, there's already a ton of dead B1s because of that incoming fire. That is really, really brutal right there. Yikes! But they're retaliating with their own AAT fire, which hopefully will help. How far are the reinforcements currently? Alright, they're coming in. They're almost here. The B2s are really fast, strangely enough, so they're managing to come in really quickly. The BX commando droids are going to take probably a while to get in here, I anticipate. But hey, they're working on it. They're trying to get forward at the very least. Man, we need these ATTs dead, dog. We need these things gone if the droids want to win. There's at least one dead, though. That's good. This is one heck of an assault, baby. Alright guys, well, we're really into this thing now, and the clones have 2 million soldiers remaining, and the droids have 500,000 soldiers remaining. Many of the droid AATs have fallen. There are still some, though, left alive and kicking. This middle ground is doing very well for the droid AATs. I don't know, I think maybe that's just where they're most condensed or something like that. But here come a lot of the Commandos and Jedi Knights coming in over this way now. And those B2s are still set up, so are the B1s and the flak guns. It seems like mainly the flanks are where things are getting a little bit hairy for the defenders, but they're still managing to keep it real and destroy any Jedi that wander too far up into their territory over this way. That's a beautiful sight right there. How are the very flanks doing? Okay, the Jedi are kind of getting up this way actually a good bit, but it's still a lot of B2s and BXs, so that's good because that means that they're going to be able to hold out for a little bit longer at the very least. This is decent, you know, a decent spot to hold. And then over on this cliff, oh yeah, these Jedi are like fully getting up here and getting down and getting kills. That's a problem. That's a grade A problem right there. That's rough, but the stronger and stronger Star Wars units are coming onto the battlefield for the CIS, so that will help them tremendously going forward here. And I think their kills are still going to be increasing as we go. That's for sure. I think that is going to be the case. Still plenty of AATs, but they are taking a lot more fire now. Hopefully they could continue to get a lot of shots on the enemies, because that's crucial. That is very necessary. Very necessaire. Indeed. I don't know. Alright, let's check out as these clones come into the Valley of Death here. Alright, well, we're at about the point where we were in the last battle, where we have about 970,000 Republic troopers left, except this time around we have 270,000 CIS troopers left alive, so I feel like there is a decent chance here. All the ATTEs have died. They once again made it all the way up here, which is freaking insane. And it seems to mainly be Jedi. I honestly don't see clones. I think most of the clone troopers died, which is insane, dude. Oh, maybe there's some over here? There's a lot of troops here. There's a lot of dudes over here. You ever seen this many Jedi? Well, I have videos with more, so yes. But we actually still have flak guns and B2s and B1s alive over this way? Wow, these guys are dominating. That's actually impressive. Okay, so the far right side is doing very well. The middle is not doing too hot. I think probably because those ATTEs came through. And I am seeing on the far left over there, there is some fire. It's not a ton of troopers. I'm guessing they're all commandos and B2s over that way, so yeah, I mean, things are certainly rough for the defenders, but they're still in this thing. Like, it's not Jover, dude. It is far from Jover. 860,000 attackers, 230,000 defenders. Well, at some point, everyone died over here. I thought they would last longer, so I walked away to go make some tea. But folks are still alive over this way. These guys are gods, man. They're top champs over here. There's still 460,000 Republic troops remaining. But the droids, I mean, they seem larger in number over here, which is odd. So, begs the question, where are all the Republic troops? Well, I guess there's a ton right here. Holy cow. Wow. That must be all of them. Yeah, because everyone else is dead over here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. These guys over here are going to migrate that way. Wow. Okay. So, while they're fighting a very small group right now, it is about to get a lot more challenging. About 42,000 droids left alive over this way. And they're probably all gonna go down pretty soon, but hey, at least they're putting up a good fight, you know? At least they're making something happen. Well, probably not for long. Ooh, they got a bunch of AATs, though. I guess that's good, right? I don't know. We'll see. And there we go, guys, another Republic victory, but this time, just barely. 400,000 units left alive. Droids killed a heck of a lot of clones. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.